Piazza San Babila is a square situated in the center of Milan. It represents the main meeting point for most of the people, both for tourists and businessmen. It is connected to all the famous places of the center. The two most important streets of this square are Corso Vittorio Emanuele, which leads to the Duomo, and Corso Matteotti, that leads to Palazzo Marino, the town hall, and to La Scala. Most of the square's architecture comes from the fascist period. In fact, the nearby Corso Matteotti is named after a socialist who was killed in 1928. It was previously called Corso Littorio to honor Mussolini's favorite emblem. It's in 1926 that the government decides to carry out the project of the square to restore the economic and social activities of the city. 2 years later, the building of Banca Popolare di Milano is established, and it still exists. Nowadays, it is near Yamamai and Moby buildings. The project is concluded before the Second World War, but the bombing severely damaged the square. It is thanks to Luigi Mattioni that the square is finally built, between 1954 and 1957. Here it is the place as we see it now. It is based on a rectangular plan. In front of the bank there is the tower of Nia Viscosa, which represents the first skyscraper realized in Milan, and the imposing long colonnade Palazzo del Toro, which was conceived as a multi-purpose building. In fact, nowadays it includes the Teatro Nuovo, which proposes a plan of numerous events and performances. The square is decorated thanks to the San Babila church. Its new Romanesque facade was built in the early 20th century by Paolo Cesa Bianchi. Piazza San Babila is also decorated with some small green areas, which create a great contrast with the grey color of the streets full of traffic. The big fountain in the middle of Piazza San Babila is very recent, having been donated to the town by Fiera Milano, the Milan Exhibitions Authority, in 1997. It consists of a marble pyramid of different colors. From the top of it, the water is canalized into a narrow path that leads to a large square fountain, from the center of which, at regular intervals, the water gushes. These would represent the rivers of the Lombardy's mountains, which reach the lakes of the region. The square, in addition to the business offices and buildings, offers a lot of shops. Here people can go shopping and find different typologies of stores. Piazza San Babila is easily reachable thanks to the first line of the underground. The subway stop was inaugurated in 1964. Thanks to its strategic position, the square is one of the most used stations of the Bike Me service. This project is the new Milan's bike sharing, and it has been designed to promote user mobility. It has to be used as a real public bicycle transport system for short trips, supplemented by ATM traditional transport vehicles.